Hi everyone, I'm Paul from Field Environmental Instruments, and today I'm here to talk to you about the Casella Vortex 3. The Vortex 3 is Casella's static high-flow air sampling pump that has a unique interlocking design to where you can carry multiple units at once, and it's IP65, which means that it's dust-tight and resistant to water unless it's submerged, so you can have it out in the elements and still get your work done. If you're not familiar with Casella's air sampling pumps, they have the Vapex, which is their low-flow pump, the Apex, which is their personal medium flow air sampling pump, and the Vortex, which I'm covering today, which is their high flow air sampling pump, which goes between 5 and 12 liters per minute. Now, everything with these pumps has to do with air sampling. Air sampling is used to measure the amount of a particular substance in the air. It's used to determine if a site is above the exposure limit of a certain substance for livability and breathability. Now, these pumps are set to different flow rates depending on the situation. That situation is determined by the minimum detection limit. Now, the minimum detection limit is set by the laboratory that you'll be sending your filter media into. And that's so you know what to set that flow at so you can get the minimum amount to where you can get a 99% accurate reading from the lab on that substance. Now, the Vortex is the high flow sampling pump, which runs between 5 to 12 liters per minute. It's ideal for area sampling for airborne contaminants like asbestos or any other hazardous material, and it runs well outdoors as well as indoors. It has impressive back pressure for a wide range of filter media, and it can sample 480 liters in only 40 minutes. If you divide that 480 divided by 40, you get 12. So it's very easy to determine what flow you want to set depending on how much time you have to sample. The Vortex 3 comes in a standard and a pro model. The Pro model does everything that the standard model does, except it has Bluetooth for remote start and stop, and it gives you more advanced metrics on the Casella Airwave app. Now, most of the perks of the Pro model have to do with Casella's Airwave app, which you can get on any Apple or Android device. It remotely shows the pump status and relevant information, which you can view from up to 25 meters away from the pump. You can input notes and site data for each pump based on what you're looking at. And you can email those results straight to yourself or to someone else so they could even view it while you're still in the field. Now, the Vortex 3 is easy to use. It has a color display which is visible in all light conditions. And it has a large keypad which is usable with gloves. So no matter what you have on your hand, you can still easily change the volume or change modes whenever you want. It's a quick and easy startup from calibration to sampling, which I will be showing you later. And it has a build from an ABS material that makes it incredibly easy to decontaminate whenever you're done with the day. A big perk of the Vortex 3 is that the units lock together. You can lock multiple units together, up to as many as you want, and it makes for an easy transportation and deployment of the pumps. They only weigh about 4.78 pounds per pump, so you can get 3, 4, 5, 6 pumps together for easy transportation. It's made from that ABS material like I was talking about, which makes it not just easy to clean, but very sturdy, so you don't have to have any issues of breaking the pump. There's tubing and a sampling head on the pump, so you can get that sampling head. It raises up from when you have it on the ground, it'll raise up to here, so you can get in that breathability zone for a more accurate reading. And then on the back, there's a cassette holder. You can get 2 or 3 cassettes on that pump, so you don't have to be going back and forth to make changes. A big strength of the Vortex 3 is its battery life. It runs for 4 hours at that 12 liter a minute flow maximum. Now, whenever you have the flow going at that high, it creates more back pressure. Whenever more back pressure is created, it puts more strain on the battery. So the fact that you can get 4 hours at that high of a flow rate is very impressive. And whenever that battery runs out, there's an AC power adapter that you can plug in for easy charging. There's LED lights that indicate the state of charging that pump will be in. And the charge time is less than 6 hours. So it'd be easier for you to get 4 hours of charge at max flow on one and then bring in another one and continue that seamless sampling that you'd want to do. All right, so I talked to you about specifics of the Vortex 3, but I'm going to show you here now how to calibrate the Vortex 3. Here's the Vortex 3 pump right here. Here's a BIOS Defender 520 high, which I'm going to use. This is your menu right after you start up. You can just go down to calibrate. It'll start up. You can see on the BIOS where it's at, and then you can adjust accordingly with the keypad. It's responsive. It'll show you an arrow on there whenever I press up, and it goes up. Here we go. We're closer to 12. Doesn't have to be an exact 12, but it at least needs to be within 1%. There we are, 1209.3. You can press enter so you know it's calibrated correctly. So that didn't take that much time. We can just go from calibration. You know the calibration's good, and then you can go from there into sampling. This is what it's like when it's sampling. So while that's getting up to 12 liters, I was talking about the interlocking design before. This is what I was talking about. We have 3 pumps together right here. They're easy to pick up. Each individual pump's pretty lightweight, so you can get up to 3, 4, 5, 6 of these together and still easily carry them. Now we've got this Vortex up to 12 liters. You can tell honestly, the sound doesn't even increase that much from its minimum to its maximum. You're going to want to choose the correct filter media for the job. So then you can see it's connected in the back here to the pump. And then the tubing comes with it. You can connect that tubing into the filter. All right, that's how you calibrate it. And then after you're done calibrating, you can, sample for whatever you want, for whatever filters you want, in whatever way. In conclusion, the Casella Vortex 3 is an easy-to-use and efficient way for you to meet your high-flow air sampling needs. If you'd like to rent one of these pumps, give us a call. We have sales reps like Ray Forrester who would love to help you out. If you have technical questions, you can call our tech line, and a technician such as myself will help you. This is the 30th anniversary of Field Environmental Instruments, and I want you guys to celebrate like we have. I'm Paul, and I'm glad that you're here. I'm signing off. Thank you.